I found out about it many years ago. I did it myself. There was a friend of mine that did it, and I asked him about it, and then I started going for my knee. I blew out my ACL back when I was younger, and I always had problems with it, so I did it myself, and it was very beneficial. From the very beginning, I knew it would because of my own experience. I mean, whenever I had my own experience, whenever I first did it, it helped me the very first session. So I already knew it would help her immediately. Helen had pain in her left hip, which was a result of a torn labrum. When we found, at first, whenever the pain started, we had an MRI done, and they said that there was no tear, everything was fine. And to go to physical therapy, we went for like 3 weeks, and we got sent back, so they said they missed it. So that was like 3 months of just drawing it out. That was pretty draining emotionally, trying to wait to see what all was going on, and then when we finally got the final end result, which was the torn labrum, we could finally schedule surgery to move on. But it was just really tough on her, wasting all that time, especially as an athlete, not being able to do what she loves. That was really tough.
Why do you do gymnastics? Why do you do
I just enjoy doing it. It's kind of my everything.
It's just that surgery is a really big surgery, and it has a long recovery, and her body because it's the center of the body, so her body got weakened.
Labrum was torn. I couldn't run, lift my leg up, do a split or anything. Worked on strengthening it. I couldn't walk on my knee for a while. I pulled both my biceps and my shoulders, both of my ankles, calves, hamstrings, like that. It gave me a lot of problems.
So those were the obstacles. She kept kind of straining this muscle as she's trying to come back and do things. And Accelerate ACL started to help with those muscles that were still weakened, that we were kind of finding along the way. And it just, it helped her out, because she would always get a little discouraged whenever something else kind of popped up. But then Accelerate ACL was always able to help pretty quickly to remedy the situation.
Like every time I did a session, I noticed a difference, and like physically I felt better each time.
There's not just one time, because there's multiple times. Anytime I need something, all I got to do is reach out to Evan with a quick text, and he's always very quick to respond or get on the phone with me as soon as he can to talk about whatever it is, to give me any kind of help that I need to help her along the way. That's always reassuring, knowing that you got somebody that's always there in your kid's corner to help them out. He's even responded whenever I've texted him before, whenever he's been on vacation, and I hated that I even disrupted a vacation, but he says, no, don't even worry about it. You just reach out whenever you need to. Right? I mean, he gets to know her. He knows even like the different shows she likes to watch, and he'll take time to ask about, oh, did you watch the Kardashians episode lately, or or whatever. It's just, he tries to get to know her more on a personal level, and I feel like that's very beneficial. I don't know if she'd be where she is right now without it, to the level, because she's level 10 gymnast, has a lot of very difficult skills. Again, that specific injury, surgery and all that with her hip, it was a long one, and it definitely, like I said, I don't know if she'd been able to recover the way she did without it. So I'm pretty thankful for it.
Because if I wouldn't have done this PT with Accelerate ACL, I would have had to quit gymnastics probably. Because I want to be able to go and follow my end goal. So I've already worked this hard, so can't quit now.
I would let them know it's hard work, first of all. And it's not always for everyone as far as that goes. You got to be ready to put in the work, but also know that it will help you. You will get better. You will see a result coming from it. I mean, I would recommend it to anyone that's having any kind of problems, to help aid with their physical therapy, recovery, any of that stuff. I would say that they're dedicated to helping athletes. Even if you're not an athlete, whoever they're working with, they're dedicated to doing the best that they can to give them a full recovery so they can get high quality of life, back to living the way that they want to live prior to whatever the injury, pain, whatever is going on. They really just don't give up until you're back to where you need to be.
Accelerate ACL changed my life completely, and it helped me through all my injuries, and it ultimately helped me get better, so I was able to do the sport that I love. I would definitely recommend it to anybody, 110%.